Okay, so buckle up, because we are diving into some seriously cool tech today.
Oh, yeah.
You know how you're always flipping between tabs,
Right.
checking facts,
Yep.
digging for info?
Uh-huh.
Imagine having a conversation with the internet itself.
Okay.
One that pulls up exactly what you need when you need it.
Yeah.
That's what we're exploring. ChatGPT's brand new search capabilities.
Right.
You sent over a stack of articles about it.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, this is more than just a software update.
Wow.
This could change how we all use the web.
It really is a major leap.
Yeah.
Imagine no more separate searches.
During-
More sifting through porges of links.
It's wild.
ChatGPT is now directly connected to the vast ocean of online info, constantly updating and learning.
So it's like having a super-powered research assistant built right into your chat.
Yeah.
What did OpenAI actually say about how it's supposed to work?
Well, they're saying this new ChatGPT is using a souped-up version of their GPT-4 technology.
Yeah.
But they've also added some seriously smart training methods
Gotcha.
to help it understand and synthesize information from the web.
Makes sense.
It's not just relying on Google or Bing either.
No.
They've partnered up with news outlets,
Okay.
data providers,
Wow.
the whole shebang to get a wider,
That's
more reliable view.
makes sense.
Yeah,
It's got to be more than just copying and pasting search results, right?
absolutely.
Yeah.
This new ChatGPT actually processes the information it finds,
Right.
figures out what's relevant,
Yeah.
and then presents it to you in a clear, concise way.
So cool.
Like having a brilliant librarian summarizing the key points of a whole library
Wow.
just for you.
That's where things get really interesting, right?
Yeah.
Because now we're not just talking about finding information faster.
Right.
We're talking about a whole new way of understanding it.
Precisely. OpenAI is emphasizing that these searches will rely heavily on partnerships with reputable sources.
Oh, interesting.
Think news organizations like the Associated Press, beta providers like Wolfram Alpha,
Yeah.
places known for accuracy and reliability.
And speaking of reputable sources,
Yeah.
one of the articles you sent mentioned a quote from Pam Wathershtein,
Oh,
the
yeah.
president of Vox Media.
Right.
She seemed pretty excited about the potential here,
Yeah.
especially for publishers like hers.
She was,
Yeah.
wasn't she?
Totally.
I found that quote particularly insightful.
What did she say?
Wasserstein believes that this new search function could actually be a win-win for both users and D-quality publishers.
Okay.
It could highlight those trustworthy sources, the ones doing real journalism,
Right.
and potentially help combat misinformation.
Because if ChatGPT is pointing people towards the good stuff,
Exactly.
that means less attention for the clickbait and the nonsense.
It's like a spotlight shining on the sources that deserve it.
And it's not just Wasserstein who sees this as a big deal.
No.
The CEO of Le Monde, Louis Dreyfus, called it the future of information access.
Wow.
Those are some strong words.
Strong, but I think they reflect a real shift that's happening. I mean, think about it.
Yeah.
This could revolutionize how we stay up to date in our fields,
Totally.
how we prepare for meetings, even how we learn new things.
So true.
It's all about having instant access to reliable,
Yeah.
synthesized information.
Okay, hold on, because it gets even wilder.
Oh, really?
They're already hinting at even more features down the line,
Oh, wow.
right?
Yeah.
OpenAI mentioned something about specialized searches
Oh, cool.
for shopping and travel.
They did, and that's just scratching the surface.
Crazy.
They also mentioned something called their O1 series,
Oh, interesting.
which apparently has even deeper research capabilities.
Wow.
It's all very hush-hush right now. But it sounds like they're aiming to create an AI that can not only find information, but also analyze it on a whole new level.
So, like, instead of just giving me a list of hotels,
Exactly.
it could tell me which one best fits my needs and budget
Yeah.
based on all sorts of factors.
And perhaps even more than that.
Really?
We're talking about AI that can sift through mountains of data, spot trends,
Wow.
make connections that we humans might miss.
It's amazing.
It's blurring the lines between how we search for information
Yeah.
and how we actually learn.
It's almost like instead of passively consuming information,
Right.
we're going to be actively engaging with it,
Exactly.
having a conversation with the knowledge itself.
And that's a powerful idea,
I-
one that could have massive implications not just for individuals,
Right.
but for entire industries.
Yeah.
Think about the potential for education, for scientific research, for any field where access to reliable information is key.
And speaking of industries, another article you sent mentioned a partnership with Axel Springer,
Right.
a huge publishing house.
Yep.
They seem pretty enthusiastic about this whole thing, too.
Very much so.
Yeah.
They see it as a potential game changer for journalism,
Wow.
a way to create new business models and ensure the sustainability of quality reporting in a digital age.
Which makes sense because if people are relying on ChatGPT to find reliable news,
Exactly.
that means publishers who prioritize accuracy and in-depth reporting are going to benefit.
Precisely. It's
Right.
all about elevating the quality of information in a world that's increasingly flooded with noise.
But there's a flip side to all this too, right?
Uh-huh.
I mean, OpenAI worked with a lot of big names for this launch.
Yeah.
But ultimately, anyone can opt in to having their content included in these searches.
That's a crucial point, and one that we need to examine carefully.
Yeah.
Because it raises some important questions about who ultimately controls the flow of information in this new ecosystem.
Like, what does it mean for smaller creators?
Exactly.
Independent voices.
Right, yeah.
People who might not have the same resources as these big media companies.
And how do we ensure that a diversity of perspectives is represented in these search results?
Right.
That the information bubble doesn't shrink, but expands.
It's almost like we're talking about a new kind of digital landscape.
Yeah.
One where AI is the cartographer,
Okay.
shaping how we navigate and understand the vast territory of online information.
That's a great analogy.
Right.
Because it highlights the potential power and responsibility that
Right.
comes with this technology.
Uh-huh.
ChatGPT could become the go-to guide for millions of people shaping their understanding of the world.
And that's why this whole idea of opting in is so interesting.
Right.
Because it means that ultimately the content creators themselves
Right.
have a say in how their information gets used.
Yeah.
How it's presented within this new system.
Exactly.
So interesting.
It creates this fascinating dynamic where individual creators, even small ones,
Yeah.
can potentially reach a much wider audience than they ever could before.
Wow.
But it also raises the question of how those choices will be made.
Right.
What factors will influence whether someone opts in or not?
That's a good question.
Will it be about potential reach,
Yeah.
revenue,
Yeah.
or something else entirely?
And how do we ensure that the system itself remains neutral?
Right.
That it doesn't prioritize certain types of content over others?
Yeah.
That's a pretty big responsibility for OpenAI, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
And it's something that will require ongoing scrutiny and transparency from both the company and the wider tech community.
I agree.
We need to make sure that this technology serves as a tool for empowering diverse voices,
Yeah.
not silencing them.
Because ultimately, this isn't just about finding information faster.
Right.
It's about finding the right information.
Exactly.
The information that's relevant, reliable, and helps us make sense of the world around us.
Precisely. It's about moving beyond the echo chambers and filter bubbles that have become so prevalent online
Yeah.
towards a more open and informed dialogue.
But let's be real. This is all still very new.
It is.
And there are bound to be challenges and unexpected consequences along the way.
Of course, this is uncharted territory.
Yeah.
And we're all still figuring out how to navigate it.
For sure.
There will be bumps in the road, ethical dilemmas to grapple with,
Yeah.
and constant refinements needed to ensure that this technology truly serves humanity.
Which brings us back to that question you posed earlier.
Oh, yeah.
What are your go-to sources for information?
Hmm.
How do you stay ahead in your field?
Right.
Prepare for those big meetings.
Yeah.
Make those crucial decisions.
Because those are the questions that matter,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
How can this new technology enhance our existing workflows, empower us to make better decisions, and ultimately lead more fulfilling lives?
That's what makes this whole thing so exciting.
I know.
It's not just about the technology itself.
Right.
It's about the possibilities it unlocks,
Yeah.
the doors it opens to new ways of learning,
right.
thinking, and connecting with the world.
And that's why it's so important to approach this with both a sense of wonder and a healthy dose of critical thinking.
Okay.
We need to be aware of the potential downsides,
Yeah.
the biases that could creep in,
Uh-huh.
the ethical considerations that can't be ignored.
But we also need to embrace the potential,
No.
the opportunity to create a more informed and connected society.
Right.
One where information is a tool for empowerment,
Yeah.
not manipulation.
Exactly.
This is a conversation that's just beginning,
Uh-huh.
and it's one that we all need to be a part of.
I agree.
Because ultimately, the future of this technology
Right.
and how it shapes our world
Yeah.
is up to us.
We have the power to guide it towards a future that benefits everyone,
Totally.
not just a select few.
So as we wrap up this deep dive,
Right.
let's take a moment to reflect on the bigger picture.
All right.
What does this all mean for you, the listener?
How might this new way of interacting with information change your life,
Yeah.
your work,
Uh-huh.
your understanding of the world?
What questions would you ask an AI that has the entire internet at its fingertips?
Oh, that's a good one.
What problems could it help you solve?
Hmm.
What new possibilities could it unlock for your work,
Yeah.
your hobbies,
Right.
your life?
That's the big question.
This isn't just about faster searches.
Yeah.
It's about fundamentally changing the way we learn and interact with information.
It's about empowering ourselves to be more informed,
Right.
more curious,
Yeah.
and more engaged with the world around us.
I love that.
Yeah,
And that's something worth getting excited about.
absolutely.
For sure.
Because as this technology evolves, as we learn to use it wisely and responsibly, it has the potential to truly transform our world for the better.
This deep dive has been a real eye-opener.
It has.
And honestly, it feels like we've only just scratched the surface.
We have.
Yeah.
This is just the beginning of a whole new era of information access.
Wow.
And it's going to be fascinating to see how it unfolds.
So,
Yeah.
to our listener,
Mm-hmm.
we leave you with this.
Okay.
What will you do with this newfound power? How will you shape the future of information?
Good questions.
Keep exploring.
Yes.
Keep asking questions.
Sure.
And keep diving deep.
Until next time.